If you are moving here, you might be coming across a lot of new construction as well as existing homes. So today I'm going to go over why one might be better than the other when it comes specifically to the Houston suburbs. We're going to go over the pros and cons of each so that you can make an informed decision. If you are new here, by the way, my name is Danielle. I'm a realtor in the Houston area and I make videos almost daily about the practical information you need when buying and selling in Houston. If you would like assistance, feel free to message me. I'm always happy to help. All right, so we will start with the pros of existing homes here in the Houston suburbs. Pro number one is that the existing home areas tend to have better rated schools than the new construction neighborhoods. I'm not saying that new construction neighborhoods do not have good schools or good school districts, but I am saying that there is a trend with the existing home neighborhoods having much higher rated schools than the new construction area, and I have a whole nother video about why that is. Pro number two to existing homes and neighborhoods is the trees and the aesthetics. When people first move here and they're looking around at the different neighborhoods, they're really drawn to our pre-existing neighborhoods like Cinco Ranch or the older part of Bridgeland or even the Woodlands because they look a lot more homey, the trees are large, the neighborhoods have been lived in and they're established, and it just looks a lot different than our new construction neighborhoods that still have baby trees in the yard and it looks really flat, and it's just a whole different feel than our established neighborhoods. Pro number three to going the existing home route is that you're going to get a lot more square footage for your money compared to a new construction home. Although right now you can get a lot of deals and incentives with new construction, the price per square foot that you're paying compared to an existing home is significantly different. So if you are looking for a lot more square footage, you need a lot more bedrooms, I would recommend that you look at existing homes first. Pro number four is location, location, location. As you know, schools and location are a huge driving force when it comes to real estate. And in our established neighborhoods, not only do you have better rated schools, but they are conveniently located. The area is already grown out. The freeways are near these areas. All the shopping that the new construction people have to come to is all really close to the existing homes. So you're also getting a better value when it comes to the area. And pro number five is the property tax rates. As you know, here in Houston, we have very high property tax rates, and the newer the home, the higher the property tax rate is. But if you go with an existing home or an established neighborhood, the property tax rate can be quite a bit lower than compared to new construction. So if you are being very budget conscious and you want a low property tax rate, then I would highly recommend that you look at existing homes. So the pros of new construction here in the Houston suburbs is number one, obviously the energy efficiency. It is a big attraction to going new construction. You don't have to worry about the previous owner's maintenance. You know that everything is new, you're going to have warranties, your energy bill is going to be lower. So there is definitely an appeal when it comes to a brand new home. Pro number two, again, is new and modern updates with new construction homes. You're going to have the wood lug tile and the white cabinets and the open floor plan kitchen and large windows, whereas our resale homes that were built mostly in the 90s and early 2000s have a little bit more of a closed off kitchen. The wood floor might be a color that you do not want. The cabinets are probably brown. There's just going to be a lot of cosmetic updates that you're going to probably want to do compared to a new construction home. Pro number three, at least right now, is the aggressive incentives that new construction companies are offering here in Houston. Houston is a very large area and we have a lot of room to keep expanding, and new construction keeps buying and buying up land, and so they have the money and the area to keep building new construction homes. So they can offer a lot of aggressive incentives right now when it comes to rate buy downs or cash to close. And it's really hard for some sellers to compete with new construction here in the Houston area. Pro number four, especially if you're relocating from here from out of state, is that you have more control over the home purchasing timeline. So typically when you buy a pre-existing home, the close timeline can be anywhere from 30 to 45 days once you find a home. With new construction, it opens up the options. You can start building a home and not purchase it for another 6 to 8 months. You can buy an inventory home that will be held for 3 months. So there's a lot more flexibility when it comes to purchasing a new construction home compared to a existing home. And pro number 5 is that it can be less competitive than it is for existing homes at times, because there are so many builders here and there are so many master plan communities sprouting up. It is really easy to find a builder within your budget, and if one home goes away, they're going to build another one within 3 months. So you're really going to always have options, especially here in Houston when it comes to new construction. All right, so the cons of existing homes. Con number 1 is the limited inventory right now. We have gotten more and more inventory to the market, but it seems like we have a large amount of inventory of homes that need a lot of maintenance or are outdated, or they are way overpriced and not really following market trends. There's only a small pool of inventory, it feels like, that is reasonably priced and that buyers actually want, and those are still going really, really fast. So because of the limited inventory, the competition can be a little higher compared to new construction homes. You know, there has been a sharp increase in home prices in the last 5 years, as much as 20 to 30% in some of the suburbs. So when people are looking at homes, it's really hard for them to grasp the value of the home compared to 5 years ago for the same exact home. So it is a lot different when you're looking at pre-existing homes. Con number 2 is probably for at least 50 to 75% of the existing home inventory, there's going to be some level of modifications or updating that is going to be needed for the homes. It's not the same as new construction where it's turnkey ready. You're not going to have to do any painting or any of that. But with existing homes, you could probably anticipate that there's going to be some level of modifications needed, but the price is much lower and you're getting a lot more house, so it is a trade-off. Con number 4 is that there are limited selection in the style of home, especially when it comes to the structure and the exterior. In a lot of our existing established neighborhoods, the brick color is red. It's that classic red Texas brick color, and in the last recent years we've been moving away from that. A lot of more people want white or they want stucco, but in our existing neighborhoods the houses are all very much the same in that it's that traditional brick. And con number 5 of buying an existing home is that there is a lot more emotion in the transaction compared to buying a new construction home. With a new construction home, you are buying from a corporation. They really have no emotional attachment to the purchase that you are making. However, when you are buying an existing home, you are generally working with a seller, probably a seller who's lived in that house for many years. So you have two parties that are very emotionally invested in the house, and so the transaction can feel a lot different. Moving on to the cons of new construction. Con number 1 is that the homes are becoming more basic with the standard features because of material shortages and labor shortages and inflation and COVID, you name it. New construction has rapidly changed over the last 5 years, and what used to be standard in our new construction homes is no longer standard, and a lot of basic standard features have actually been removed from the home. Things simple as outdoor lights by your garage might not exist anymore on our new construction homes. And so you might feel like you're getting a good value because it's new construction and it's brand new, but compared to an existing home, you are missing out on a lot of details. Con number 2 is very small homes and very small lots. I kind of mentioned this earlier, but the price per square foot that you are paying for new construction is a lot higher than existing homes, and they are building the homes a lot smaller. Even when I'm looking at comps, it seems like the price hasn't changed that much from year to year. However, the square footages and the sizes of the house have changed significantly, and so therefore you're actually paying a lot more for a lot less. Con number 3 is that the area and the schools and everything around there is going to take several years to develop. Even if a new construction sales agent tells you that it's coming very soon, they have no idea, so don't listen to them. It's really unpredictable with master plan communities and new developments. It could take 2 years all the way up to 20 years to deliver on their promises. So if you are buying in a new construction area, just anticipate that it could take several years to see a return. Con number 4 is the high competition with new construction. Now, there is little competition when you are purchasing a new construction. However, if you buy a new construction home and then within a couple of years you have your family expands or you have a job relocation and you have to get rid of that new construction really fast, it's going to be really hard to compete with new construction if they are still building in that neighborhood, because new construction homes are almost becoming a dime a dozen. Unless your home has some unique features to it, it's really going to be hard to sell that property. And con number 5, which could also be a pro in some people's cases, is that it can take a really long time to close. And sometimes it's really hard to work around the builder's plans when it comes to closing dates, when it comes to delays, all these things that come with new construction. It can take you anywhere from 3 to 9 months to close, and most builders are only going to give you a 30-day notice on when it's going to close. I hope this video was a little helpful and insightful. If you have additional questions, feel free to email me. I'm always happy to help. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.